Hello again. Thank you for coming into my home. My name is Angela from Two Sisters Vineyards.
And I'm Melissa.
So we're here to show you some wonderful dishes that are some of our favorites that we prepare spring, summer for our friends and family. One of which is the Portuguese fish stew. So the first step is to prepare vegetables. So 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, a quarter of a fennel, 2 small potatoes, 1 onion, and 2 cloves of garlic, and of course some parsley. So we're going to chop everything very fine. Melissa, while I'm doing this, I've got the fish that we're going to use for the Portuguese stew is the black tiger shrimps, but you can use any shrimp if you like. And we've got cod, so 2 6 ounces, and 2 6 ounces of Atlantic salmon.
Do you want me to cut them in half?
Yes, if you could,
perfect.
please.
Okay, good.
So we're going to chop these really fine.
There's a lot of really nice fish in this. I'm so
There
excited.
is, but you know what the secret ingredient is?
What is it?
Pancetta. Because the pancetta gives it that wonderful saltiness and that complexity of flavor that only pancetta will give you. You can also use guanciale, you can use bacon.
Well, the pancetta.
But you need that fattiness.
And that's a
from the
little bit of
meat.
smokiness as well.
Yeah, it's great. So we're just going to put it in here.
Did you add any shellfish to this soup as well?
Melissa, thank you for reminding me. We do. So we use a can of baby clams, and you want to have it in its juices as well.
That adds a nice brininess as well.
It
So
does.
there's so many layers in this.
So every
dish.
spoonful, you're going to get a little bit of that pancetta. You're going to get some cod, salmon, and clams, and it's
Beautiful.
delicious. And of course, you need your chili pepper. So the chili pepper will help flavor the olive oil. So you want to cut that really small.
I like how you're adding in the fennel. It has that anisette flavor to it.
And you know what, Melissa, even with Italian stews, they add fennel.
They do.
Yeah,
With fish.
it
they
adds a
do.
little bit of
Yeah.
freshness and
Yeah.
licorice flavor
Yes.
to it. Just
Oh, good. These are all
Just
chopped.
enough.
Perfect.
got my garlic.
That's beautiful chili.
I love red chili.
Is that a hot one? So how hot would you get with this?
Oh, you could go hot because there's so many components to this dish that it's never going to be too spicy with just 1 chili. So another thing I want you to do, Melissa, is there are herbs, wonderful herbs here. So there's rosemary and thyme.
Oh, perfect.
So if you can chop that up, please. So 2 stalks.
Oh.
Do you cook a lot of fish at home, Lisa?
I don't cook a lot. I roast a lot of salmon and I make it Asian style because my kids like rice. They love rice. So I'll put it with, some hoisin sauce on the fish and just plain basmati rice or jasmine rice. So that's what they like.
We're also using spring onion and the greens. The greens we'll save for later as a garnish.
Although cod, I enjoy cooking cod in the
Yes.
oven with tomato sauce,
Yeah.
potatoes, or roasted. It's really, really nice.
Our grandmother cooks it so well. Okay, great. So we're gonna have everything here ready for us for a quick assembly.
Okay, all your herbs are ready to go.
Great, thank you. So Emily, I know that there is one special fish dish that you like to make for your family. And we did it in one of the videos early on, that beautiful fish bake with rice. That was delicious.
It was very good, and it was so easy. If you go back, actually, you can find it on our website. So this dish was arborio rice fish bake, and it had, I love using Argentinian shrimp. I find them a little bit sweeter. And it had peppers, yellow and red peppers, and you just baked it all in the oven all together. It came together beautifully.
It was delicious.
It was very good, and this is a nice one as well because
Yeah.
you can always dip your bread in the sauce or in the broth. So it's really nice.
And there is a tomato base that we use as well. Great. So I think I have everything ready. So all my veg, potatoes, carrots and celery, everything is ready here. And now I'm going to cut my fish and prep that. So Melissa, you've got the herbs.
Yep.
So I'm going to take my piece of cod and I'm going to cut it into chunks.
Nice bite-sized chunks.
Yeah.
Good.
Now this will be added 3/4 of the way through, so it's not going to disintegrate that much at all or break down that much. You are going to still get the chunks, which is great. Onto my salmon.
So I guess the cooking time is the same on the fish.
It
You don't have
is.
to worry
Yeah,
too much about.
it is.
Okay.
It really is, because they're both cut the same size, and they're both meaty fish. The shrimp will cook quicker,
Yeah, these are all cut up in half.
so you want to put that at the end.
Yep.
And this dish, again, you know, we thought, what could we pair with this, with these flavors, with the pancetta, that fattiness, and then this beautiful fish. It also has some oiliness to it. And we thought the Chardonnay would be great, and the eagle eye. So it's going to really break it down well, and it can really stand itself up to all these flavors. So Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon, again, complex enough, and there's enough acidity there to break down, again, the fattiness that you would find in this stew, just there at the back of your mouth. So we're going to start our assembly now.
This is wonderful. Look at this array.
I know, beautiful colors.
I love it.
So of course we're going to start off with our Kitchen 76 olive oil. Give a good amount here. You really want to cover the base of the pot. I always want to flavor my olive oil, so I'll put the chilies with my garlic. And I'll also put my herbs. So again, rosemary and thyme. So we're just going to mix this all. Get the olive oil nice and flavorful. And you want the olive oil hot because you want to add the pancetta soon. Okay, so I can hear it. So in goes my pancetta. I'm going to add my onion as well. And I'm going to salt it. You want to season each and every layer of flavors here. And we're just going to wait. The pancetta right now is golden, but not overly brown, because it's still going to cook. So now I'm going to be adding my mirepoix of vegetables. There's the fennel, the carrots, the celery. Mix that all. I'm not going to salt it because there is enough salt in there as well from the pancetta. It's naturally salty. So we'll just leave it as is, and then I'll kind of test it later once I add my liquids. I'm also going to add my potatoes at this time. Cook. So with most fish stews, there's always some tomato base in there. And again, this is our tomato sauce that my grandmother made with us, 97 years old, from tomatoes picked at the farm out at Two Sisters in Niagara-on-the-Lake. So I'm going to add 2 cups of that. And a very important little tip in this stew is, of course, the saffron. It's going to add some really nice flavor. So we're going to put 2 pinches of saffron now that the tomato base is in there. We're going to stir that up. So now that I've added the tomatoes in there, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Add some chilies. This is going to cook for about 10 minutes so all the ingredients can get to know each other. And we're going to put the lid on and just let it go. So right now we're going to be adding our liquids. So it's 2 cups of fish stock, canned, and a cup of white wine. You can make your own fish stock. I didn't have the time to do that, so canned fish stock is just fine. And I'm just gonna gauge the wine, about a cup. There we go. So again, this is gonna cook for about 20 minutes to reduce a little bit. Then we're gonna be adding our fish and it's almost ready. So we've brought it to a boil to cook for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna reduce it now and add my fish. I'm gonna add my clams with all their juices. Wonderful. I'm gonna stir that up. So we're gonna bring the heat up a little bit to, it's gonna cook for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to add the shrimp for another 10 minutes and then turn it off the heat and add my spinach and the other accompaniments, and then we're good to taste it with our beautiful Chardonnay. So this is the last fish we're gonna add, and it's the shrimp. And again, another 10 minutes and should be done. So the stew is finally ready and it smells amazing.
It really does.
And it's heavy. Okay, there we go.
Oh, and
nice.
this is amazing. Ooh, that smells so good.
So there is still a couple more steps. Spinach. It is a nice addition. It adds color and it's gonna wilt right in there. And the spring onion and its greens.
I like how you put the onions in now because it still stays fresh.
Yes,
Nice.
very much. Okay, so here we go. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it looks so
Beautiful.
vibrant.
It does. Delicious.
Oh, Angel, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Lots of protein here. Okay. Wonderful. So I do want to add a little bit of lemon, just to give it that acidity that it needs.
And of course, some Chardonnay.
So the dish is very flavorful and complex, made even more so because of the pancetta, the fennel, and the saffron. And because of that, the Chardonnay and the eagle eye, I find, just pairs really, really well with it. It harmonizes the dish, elevates the flavors of food and wine in perfect balance. And just really cuts through, again, some of that, you know, that oiliness in the fish and the pancetta.
This Chardonnay is so deep and rich. It's just wonderful.
Oh, so nice. And it's robust.
Is this a dish you make often for the kids?
I do. I do, because it is, you know, it's fairly quick. Like, yes, there are some steps involved, but it's like that with every fish stew. There's always layers of steps that you're gonna add to it for its final presentation. Thank you. Yes,
Always
you do
nice.
need some bread with this.
And I like how you grilled the bread. Actually, no, you put it in the oven.
Yep.
So it really cooks
So every
up nice.
spoonful has that little bit of shrimp. You got your pancetta, you got your clam, your cod, and your salmon. Just so yummy.
And this is delicious.
Thank you.
Really good. Thank you so much. This
You're
is
welcome.
wonderful. Cheers.
Cheers to summer nights.
Yes.